Hello, my monstrosities. Hello once again. Today I bring to you a whole lot of DbD news. They have given us a smorgasbord of things to talk about, and the first one we're going to touch on is the developer update that dropped close to 3 hours ago for me. Now, I looked over it really quickly. Don't have any strong feelings about any of it, if I'm being honest, but of course, I've already seen some doom and gloom, so let's see how bad it can be with everything that behavior seems to be cooking. First off, we have Chucky is getting an update. Decreased hidey hole cooldown to 12 seconds was 18. Okay, that's better, but the O is because I've started to read the next sentence. Chucky can only scamper while performing a slice and dice attack. That's that's severe. Um, I know that it was a very difficult to balance thing of Scamper just giving you free hits under certain pallets. Ooh, ah, I think this is I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This is going to make him a lot worse. Uh, better for the game, but a lot worse. I can't see how that change with a decrease the time it takes to scamper by you decreased it by 0.1 seconds. I can't see this being not awful for anybody that doesn't dedicate a lot of time into learning Chucky. That's a massive blow. Okay. All right, I'm understanding some of the doom and gloom now. Ooh. Yeah, that's rough. Okay, what did they do to Bubba? Increase chainsaw sweep duration to 2.5 seconds per token. Okay, up from 2. Increase the movement speed to 5.35 movement per second from 5.29. Okay, decrease cooldown collision, detection size to help navigate tight spaces. Perfect. We'll see how that actually looks. Decrease base tantrum speed to 3 seconds was 5. I didn't know that the base was 5. Goodness. And several add-ons have been adjusted accordingly. Okay, Bubba's getting a little bit of a buff. And the thing that's not buff right now is for some odd reason my voice. That was a crack that I haven't had since puberty. Um, I guess we'll take it. I don't know anybody playing Bubba right now, and that's probably why we're addressing this. Next up, Slinger. I'm happy about this. Maybe I will get back to some Slinger days. Decrease stun time when a survivor breaks free to 2.7 seconds was 3. You mean to tell me it was 3 still? Ugh. I, you play a game for a while, and admittedly, you all know that I've been taking kind of a break from actually playing too much lately. Um, and you just start to forget some of the like precise numbers, but it's crazy that the stun time was still 3 seconds, and it's like I could have sworn that went down when they sped up the attack animation cooldown too, but I guess not. Here we are. It's finally happening. Increase the real speed to 2.76 from 2.6. All right, that's better. Can't see a downside there. That's just straight up better. And increase movement speed while reloading to 3.08 was 2.64. Now that's pretty good. Every second counts, so they made some tweaks to save Slinger some time while reeling, uh, and when a survivor breaks free. That was that's needed. If they could decrease the reload speed, that'd make it too much. But I like the Slinger changes I'm seeing. This is really good. Wesker decreased hindered penalty from infection to 4% was 8%. Infection is now reduced to 1% when hooked was 50%. Okay, so that's been a common complaint for a very long time that basically Wesker is able to let you be tunneled out easier because your infection just all of a sudden is back up. Personally, I think that this is an okay change. Purely for the fact that who's really playing around infection is Wesker. I think when you have something as a secondary effect that was just an inconvenience to the other side, it's fine. Because we all know everybody's going for the clip with the rebound, 360, no scope, flicky to do, throw into the abyss and pick them up again. Those clips on Western. Um, so I'm not too too bogged down by the reduction of the infection overall from making sure that it sticks around to hindered penalty, but I do think you can take this up to maybe 10 to 20%. I think one might be a little too forgiving, but we'll see. Blight. What are they doing to Blight now? Compound 33 now increased rest turn rate and duration by 11%. Was 33%. Okay, iridescent Blight tag now increased rest speed by 10%, was 20%. I'm sorry, Blight mains. You all had your fun for a very long time, and now it has just come to beat your ass. I don't know. I truly don't know how impactful this is at this point. I don't know with all these changes if this makes a fucking difference for you all. But good luck, I guess. Um, Toolboxes increased toolbox sabo speed across most variants and increased effects of sabo related add-ons. Interesting. I wonder why. I don't think I've one of the few things I don't think I've ever heard of somebody complain about in this game is sabo speed for both parties. I don't think I've ever heard somebody say that survivors get to sabo too fast when they want to do their, sabo build with their friends and, no mither and breakdown and yada yada yada. And I don't think I've ever heard a survivor say that they don't like how slow they sabotage. That's interesting that they're buffing that for whatever reason. Huh. Interesting. Now, I did read people talking about regression is dead. Let's see how bad it is. Decreased block duration for deadlock down by 5 seconds across the board. Okay. Um, you'll quickly find out that deadlock is quite effective while being rather easy to activate. Is not that effective. Um, at like newer MMR, it's newer players in general. Let's drop this whole MMR act that everybody wants to keep assuming actually works in this game. Um, for noobs, we'll be honest here. You go, oh my gosh, one, Deadlock is really saving the game for me here. Oh my gosh, because the people you're going against goes, oh no, my gen just got blocked for half a minute. What do I do? But then quickly you realize on both parties, Deadlock's really not worth it. It keeps you from kicking it, and kicking that gen that you might need. Yeah, it gives you information on where you need to go, but really, that means that somebody else could be working on another gen, and you're kind of delaying the inevitable with deadlock, especially when it has some things that makes that they cannibalize each other, like DMS and deadlock, and things like that. So don't know why deadlock's getting touched. It's not that great, but I guess it's got to be a new player thing. Like why Huntress got buffed. Who knows? Background player. Decreased movement speed bonus to 150 was 200. Decreased exhausted duration to 20 was 40. So, hold on. Hold up. Hold up. So, this is why I didn't have a reaction on the first one, because I knew some bullshit was waiting. Um, wow. So you only move 50% slower at the speed burst. but you get to do it every 20 seconds. It's 3 times a minute, yo. That's crazy. Wow. Wow. Ooh. I, off the top of my head, I want to say we all know how crazy 200% got looked. People were coming from across the map on you to just flashlight you, flashbang you, firecracker, whatever, with some goofy stuff, right? 150%, I have to see that in action, but the cooldown is too low. The exhausted duration, I can't see how that's justifiable, really. That's kind of insane. Apologies if you can hear my background. Um, hey, you would think on a weekday there wouldn't be so much noise in the back, but here we are. Grim Embrace lost block duration by 2 seconds across the board. It's it's okay. I still stand by Grim Embrace is not the powerhouse that people really wanted to make it seem like. As you probably have seen, people are not taking Grim Embrace nearly as often as they really tried to say that it was. 2 seconds here, really non-existent. So it's fine if you're a bad guy. Don't if you start crying over 2 seconds, that's a skill issue. And survivors, hey, you got you can get back to your shaboing boing stuff 2 seconds sooner. It's okay. Decisive Strike reduced the stun duration to 4 seconds from 5. Now recently, I was surprised by it because I forgot that it got put back in the game. If I'm being honest with you, um, and well, put back meaning usable again. Um, I don't think this matters much, if I'm being honest. I think once they took the animation back to what it is now, I don't know. Once they didn't go through with the animation change, that's pretty much all they needed to do. They're saying that 5 was a little too effective. Don't get me wrong, I really didn't like old DS. The stun is kind of long, but the thing for me with old DS was how much you just got out of it, right? You just could do whatever you wanted, then finally stun the bad guy because you did. So I think that they made it, deactivate in times and places. Um, Makes it fair enough. Nah, this is my recency bias where it didn't affect my game too much. But I will say it was impactful. I was no longer like, oh, cute, they DS'd. It did take me a second to go, man, I think I should actually let go of this chase because this is causing me to waste too much time. So I think that, and it's funny how long that I'm going on this for a 1 second change, but you'd be surprised how much of a difference this makes. To wrap it up, this is just a skill check in real time. Not, I don't mean that with the skill check you use to get it. Just really, do you know when to drop chase or not? That's when you. That's what DS should be for you now. So the 5 to 4, I think you can honestly kind of keep it at 5 nowadays. Bob goes to Weasel, lost 10%. Why? Ooh, why? Yeah, I don't. I think that's a lot for no reason. That's a lot for no reason. Ha! I got nothing more on that one. I don't even use it, but why? Buckle up. Took them long enough. No longer provides endurance. Survivors healed from the dying state break into a sprint at 150% movement speed for 5 seconds. This does not cause exhaustion. I guess? Sure. I guess we'll take anything beyond what it was giving people with Buckle Up for the People. Okay. I mean, doesn't cause exhaustion. That's fine. I think it would be. I, I think it'd be cool if this was, maybe for 3 seconds, and it gave both of you, um, uh, sprint movement speed. But hey, I guess now moving faster means you should buckle up. I see what they did there. Pain res lost 5% across the board. Sure. Finds yourself in almost 40% of loadouts, and one of the most effective perks in the game. We want to make this less of a clear choice for all builds, but keep rewarding. See, this is the problem with their logic, right? Am I against this getting 5% off? No, really don't care too deeply. But this sentence right here is where we get lost in the sauce. Um, you don't you don't make something less of a clear choice for all builds by nerfing that thing without compensation. So you're still going to be taking this perk because of the same reason you were taking this perk, because it's better than, all right, now I have to go find which gen to kick it to get my 30% and get really nothing out of it. Sorry, people are super loud in the day for who knows what reason. But yeah, that's not going to stop pain res from being a clear choice by nerfing it, with everything else still being kind of dog water. You're just going to make it so that people are going to pick it and just now be upset about picking it. Weaving spiders. The invocation time is down to a minute. Progress now regressed at a rate of 1 charge per second. Was 20 per second. Holy. So I guess if you got up, I actually did not know. Because this was so bad that it would regress if you like stopped. I didn't know. Let you go like pause it and whatnot. Um, that's funny. I mean, okay. I still think they need to do away with being broken for the entire game. But if you're going to chop it down in half where one teammate is useless for a minute, I guess it's fine. Hey. Hey. They might as well bring no either. Borgo. Rework the lighting of the shattered square map. It took you fucking long enough. It should have never taking this long to get rid of the red tinted lighting. Everybody hate it. Never. Ever. This is unexcusable. I don't care that you finally did it. The fact that it took this fucking long is in fucking excusable. Holy shit. You really want to give behavior their flowers when you can, but fucking hell, dude. What the hell? Why did it take this fucking long? Oh my gosh. I try to be nice, so I'm not going to go further on that and insult people that are just bystanders, but fucking hell, guys. Come on now. It should have never taken this long. It should have never taken this long. Ever. Like, realistically. Please, if there's a dev that's watching this for some reason and wants something to throw in their boss's face, or whoever told them they couldn't do it sooner, send them this video. Hey, let them talk to me, because that was stupid how long this was fucking in the game. Sorry. Item previews. Rework pop-up for items found within a trial. Interesting. The existing pop-ups for items were minimal, showing only the item's icon and remaining charges. This relied on players knowing all the details of each item. And with a growing number of killer-specific items, that's getting harder to do. When you approach an item, you'll see a brief description of what that item does. Are you going to take out broken keys now? If you do, fine, but if not, I guess, but like while you're there, just take out broken keys. Uh, I get that it's kind of funny and like the risk reward, and not everything NHS should be a reward. But you can't do anything with a broken key, so I don't know. I am on this side where it's just like just take them out. It doesn't hurt too much. 9 times out of 10 is not something that I I'm going to care about. Like, if somebody has a flashlight all of a sudden, I'm not going to be like, oh my gosh, that wasn't in the lobby when they first got in. Oh my gosh, no. And things like that. So, items usually aren't as bad. Now, that said, if you take out broken keys, you do increase the chances of a purple toolbox or something. That is kind of annoying, but it's fine. Last, we have plenty more surprises in store for the upcoming year. Be sure to tune in to our anniversary broadcast on May 14th at 11 a.m. ET for exciting reviews, including new features, the next chapter, and more. Be sure to follow us on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube so you don't miss out going to the 8th anniversary. Now, before I move on to the next thing, speaking of next chapter, how do I feel about all this? Perk changes. Okay, I guess. Insane. Dumb. Okay. Dumb. Okay. Dumb reasoning. Toolbox is getting buffed. Why? Still can't pin my head on that one. Bordigo. Oh, don't be mean. Don't be mean. Don't be mean. Shouldn't have taken that long. Should not have taken that long. Um, he's hit bad. Chucky's kind of done. Uh, hopefully better. We'll have to see how good it is. Please leave Blight alone at this point. I don't even play him, but I'm tired of reading about him every patch notes. Slinger better. Thank you. Mastermind worse. Understandably, you really caring about the infection too much anyway. It's just a secondary effect. So hey, it is what it is. So that's that on the dev update, but then behavior took it a step further and giving us this. Whoa, this little trailer here, which just let it play. Okay, so I'll be perfectly honest. Let me be 100% with you. First off, as somebody that also plays D&D, yay, don't trust Wizards of the Coast. I don't have too much faith in behavior anymore, so this is going to be very particular for me because uh it's like I like DbD and I like D&D. The people behind them I've lost a lot of faith in. So it's something that's cool that's happening and I'm going to try to make my brain just stay optimistic, but I have zero faith somebody doesn't fuck something up if I'm being completely honest. Like I can just see something dumb fucking happening where it's just like, what do you mean, DbD? You didn't understand that if you put one more tentacle on the beholder. By the way, pretty sure this is a beholder. Or I guess I shouldn't say tentacle, a tendril, I guess would be the correct term. What do you mean if you all put one more tooth for the beholder? It'll crash your game and then cause strobe lights, and then all of a sudden Wizard of the Coast is gonna be like, hey, anybody that makes a video on the new DLC owes us money because, hey, that we think that is going to not piss off our fans. I just, sorry, I'll take it away from that. As you can see, there's a lot of, I am very, jaded corporately, from these companies. So, I guess we're stuck in eternal buffering. So, there's that. And then also, I'll admit I didn't watch this with sound at first. So when people were like, "Oh my gosh, Vecna confirmed," I was like, "How do you get that?" I'm looking at a beholder, but I heard the laugh in the background. So, hey, Vecna's confirmed. dope. That's pretty dope. If not Vecna, people are going to be upsetty spaghetti. I saw a lot of people crying that, oh my gosh, it's not Vecna from Stranger Things. I I don't. Let's be perfectly honest. Okay, I didn't watch Stranger Things. I'll put it up there up front. I don't even think that some of the people that want Vecna from Stranger Things want Vecna from Stranger Things. More so, they're just looking for a reason to cry about something. Because I've seen a lot of people say it would be cool, but nobody ever is like, oh my gosh, I really love Vecna when talking about this. Every time this has been a teaser, a leak, a spoiler, because how long have we been going where people are like, oh my gosh, Vecna's coming to DbD from Stranger Things? I think it's people that really don't watch Stranger Things, didn't watch Stranger Things, don't know the character Vecna in either medium, looking for something to whine about. I genuinely can't imagine people going, "Oh my gosh, but I wanted this Stranger Things version." Hey, I'm still waiting on OG Nemesis as a skin, so I don't get in line with disappointment. Maybe. So yeah, that's all the updates that behavior dropped on us lately. At the time of me being on my PC, that is, and I think they're doing an okayish job. I say that very sheepishly with a lot of concern because every time you give behavior something, they take it 3 steps back, and so does Wizards of the Coast. So, I'm going to be hopeful for the sake of manifesting out loud that this is okay, but I won't be surprised if something goes to shit. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this. What do you think of everything here? Ah, tell me who got the worst, who got the best, and if you actually as know about Stranger Things and D, and if you're excited for Vecna. I guess I shouldn't say it outright like that because there's no confirmation there. They could just be messing with us, and it could just be a beholder that has that laugh and start the trial. So hey, who knows? But yeah, if you like the video, like it. Got a comment for me? Comment. Yeah, hold on. Heading into our 9th year. Okay, 8th anniversary. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. My bad. That just caught my. But sorry, back. If you like the video, like it. If you got a comment for me, comment. And until next time, peace out, my monstrosities.